Yes.
A real case scenario from the Dr. Deen website. I had an email from a young brother and sister at university. They met each other. They fell in love, obviously. They'd spoken to their families. And the reason for refusal was, obviously, one was from an Indian Muslim background, one was Pakistani background. They went to the local mosques. They had witnesses, but nobody would do the nikah. And so they actually literally emailed me, said that we can't control ourselves anymore. Nobody will get us married. And what are we to do? So what's the advice for young people that are in a situation like that where they want to get married?
So the question is basically the wali has said no because of ethnic reasons.
Yeah.
And
they're continuing the way they are.
Continuing the way they are. Are they living together or are they committing?
Yes, they're actually living together.
Okay. Wallahi, this is a very difficult question. And unfortunately, my dear brother in Islam, I don't have an easy solution. And I'll tell you why I don't have an easy solution. Because the fact of the matter is that both the couple and the parents have fallen into marriage. It's not a one-way street that, oh, they're guilty and they're innocent. The fact of the matter is, love is the most powerful emotion known to man. And when you are in love, you act irrationally. Love does make you go crazy. Literally. And nobody knows what he or she will do when they are in love. They think they'll be sensible. But when love comes, khalas, intellect goes out the window. And therefore, in our sharia, if you have feelings for somebody else, and you try to pursue it in a halal manner, and you try to get married and it doesn't work, then you are not supposed to nourish those feelings. Throw more fuel onto the fire. Meet with them on a constant basis. When you have the innocent puppy love, this is not haram at all. Falling in love is not haram at all. But once you realize that that love is not going to take you to marriage, then you're not allowed to nourish that love. You're not allowed to keep on meeting up and phone calling and G-chat and this and that and whatnot. Why? Because this scenario will happen. And so the couple fell into a mistake by pursuing the love, and then obviously, no doubt, if the story is as you have said, I haven't spoken to the father, I'm speaking generically, if his only reason for saying no is that the son or the son-in-law is of a different ethnicity, this is not ideal, but I have to be very firm here and say, neither is it haram. Neither is it haram. The father has every right to put reasonable conditions. And of the reasonable conditions is, a person can say, look, I want a religious Muslim that is of my ethnicity. There's nothing haram about that. And therefore, when would it be haram, by the way? If he says that I don't want a religious brother. If he has some conditions and she has some conditions and the two put those conditions together, that's the ideal. So she will say, I want a brother who's praying 5 times a day. A lot of times the parents are not that into prayer, as you know. They're not into religion that much. So he will say, I want a person with a certain educational background. And he will say, I want somebody of my ethnicity. Or maybe the mother will say this, and the husband agrees to this. That's halal. It is completely halal for the father and the mother to want somebody of their ethnicity, by the way. Right? So they need to communicate this to the daughter from day one. Before the daughter falls in love with the person that's of wrong ethnicity, and then these situations happen. As for what is to be done now, I cannot advise you. You need to go to a specific shaykh, a specific fatwa. And by the way, FYI, I am from a Pakistani background, my wife's from an Indian background. So we are cross-cultural in this regard, and alhamdulillah, very successful marriage, alhamdulillah. And I have to say this, by the way, I got married 18 years ago, and some people in the community raised this issue. And both of our families. SubhanAllah, I mean, wallahi, so backward. Some people in the community, our friends, you know how it goes, the friends and relatives, are you sure he's Pakistani? Are you sure she's Indian? And it's just so crazy. We're both raised in America. What difference is Indian, Pakistani? We speak the same language, it's the same masala in our biryani. I mean, it's like SubhanAllah, But that type of, mentality is there. That Pakistani and Indian. And in any case, the point being, yes, this is a reality we have to face.